How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to JDC Studio. My name is Jacob, and you might know that exactly 1 year ago from today, I ranked Milo Ranks' top 10, and it was the first top 10 I ever ranked. The reason I'm bringing that up is because today, I'm ranking his top 20. Also, if you're wondering where I am right now, I made a post about it yesterday, so go look at that if you want to know. Oh wait, I forgot though, some of you who have restricted mode on can't watch, read community posts. I'm in Las Vegas. Specifically, I'm staying at the Palazzo, and I'm currently sitting in front of the curtain of my hotel room window. Let me know if you want like a full tour of the room or something, and I'm planning to also post a challenge that some other people that are going with me gave me. And by the time this video premieres, it'll be the last day that we're here, but I just wanted to let you know that's where I am right now. So, without further ado, let's get into the list, starting with number 20.
From lovers to just being friends, play me like a song stuck in your head.
Number 20 is Dance With Me by Unknown Brain featuring Alexis Dawn, which is Milo's 13th favorite NCS song. Unfortunately, I don't enjoy how mainstream everything feels here, namely the mind-numbing beats and main melody. The lyrics are more conflicted as it doesn't improve the style any. However, a mostly great theme is expressed, and I gotta give credit to having a bridge present. I give this a 40 out of 100.
Under your spotlight.
Number 18 is Don't Bother by Unknown Brain featuring Emily J, which is Milo's 14th favorite NCS song. Wow, rare sighting of an Unknown Brain song without the gag snare. Well, I suppose the last one was too. I view the unique rapid pulse pluck synth lead in the drops as a highlight, which ties into the somewhat vibey, somewhat unpleasant sound design. Not much to note beyond that. I give this a 62 out of 100. Number 17 is Reach You by Engine Ears The Experiment featuring Lena Colin, remixed by The Kilobits. Triplet dubstep isn't a common find nowadays, but that rhythm is always pulled off well, in this case adding a layer of interest from the original. The bass throughout sticks out to me for its aggressiveness, being a bit excessive at certain points, but not enough to ruin the experience. Maybe the drops could have used a little more depth too, which the high piano notes and elongated emotional pad chords give the off drops. I give this a 69 out of 100. I don't have anything new to say about the song itself, but rather its placement in Milo's list, as I find it neat that it's back in the spot it occupied in his original top 100. I give it a 73 out of 100. Number 15 is I'm Alive by Borgen, the place that I was visiting in the intro, remixed by Must Die. Quite an ironic title, isn't it? These lyrics feel pure and I love that. I wish I could say the same about the build-ups, however, its irregular structure gives the drops less of an initial impact, which brings slight disappointment. But as always, what could beat the elite wacky bro step basses, or the outro that pitches things down while fading to silence? I give this a 75 out of 100. Number 13 is Don't Hold Me Back by DNNYD featuring Daisai, remixed by Kuzar, which is Milo's 5th favorite NCS song. I'm starting to realize how many of these melodub remixes are originally house songs, albeit this one is paced at a house tempo, which helps with the drop's majestic feel. At the same time, they can also get a little uninteresting because of the slow pacing and low pitchedness of the chords, and unlike most situations, the wubs don't really add anything for me. Good thing this piece also includes emotional lyrics, creative vocal chop effects, and a kind guitar interlude, keeping things at a reasonable variety. I give this a 78 out of 100. Number 12 is Heartbeat by Venomy featuring Emily Jane, not to be confused with Emily J from a few songs ago, which is Milo's 16th favorite NCS song. This one's super conflicted for me as I love the instrumentation, but the lyrics not so much because both the style and puzzling theme. And although it's not as big of a deal, I would have preferred them not driving the last part of the drops. But wait, said drops also contain an incredibly dope melody unique to anything I've heard elsewhere. Not to mention, the straight euphoria of the intro and orchestral outro took me aback. I give this a 79 out of 100. Number 11 is The One by Dualistic featuring Marin Ryan, which is Milo's second favorite NCS song. Along with being in my favorite key, there will be more of those later. This song is carried by the vibe the mellow background chords create. They offer a type of comfort that feels like a warming blanket during the winter, and I now realize how sheerly underused this feeling is. Unfortunately, the drops fall into similar pitfalls as Don't Hold Me Back remix, but the aforementioned peak vibe as well as the clever sounding intro beat that I mentioned make things worthwhile enough. I give this an 80 out of 100.
So lost, but I held on to what I had.
Number 9 is Crash and Burn by The Lifted featuring Man 3 Faces, which is Milo's 11th favorite NCS song. Here's another mellow dub song at a house tempo, not a remix though, and because of that, I didn't immediately love this, until I perceived the emotion within the story the lyrics tell, enhanced of course by the orchestral off-drop instrumentation, probably due to this being a newer release, and that's what's typical, unless you're Ramesses B. I give this an 83 out of 100. Number 8 is Turn It Up by PRFFTT and Spyable featuring Johnny Rose, which is Milo's 9th favorite NCS song. I still remember listening to this for the first time 4 weeks into my freshman year, and that's now over. I love how this duo's signature style feels nostalgic even if you're new to their stuff. Elements that embody this for me here are the general lyrics, riffy arpeggios, the heavy swaying beats in the second verse, and descending outro. Part of me wishes the drops were less bass deprived, but that's kind of part of the signature style too. These two don't mess around with length either, as this and their other all-label edition clock in at exactly 6 minutes, making the progression obscure in a memorable way. I give this an 84 out of 100. Number 7 is The Way I Like It by Mandy Capristo remixed by Mutrix, which is Milo's 4th favorite NCS song. Quite a tricky placement between the next 3 as my thoughts on this one have been fluctuating here and there due to many factors. For starters, the presets are about as good as can be, with the key being, as I foreshadowed earlier, F sharp minor, and the genre as melodic dubstep, my favorite general combo. The siren drop leads also remind me of some of the dubstep live loop grids on GarageBand, bringing bits of nostalgia. Maybe the holdback has to do with slight unpleasantness, slight emptiness, or potential drag on of some sections, although a slow progression can be nice. What's most prominent is the theme, which I thankfully admire. I give this an 86 out of 100. Number 6 is Taking Over by Ulwick featuring Alexa Lusader, which is Milo's 10th favorite NCS song. I've now covered all of Ulwick's works, this being my least favorite, but that barely says anything. The main reason for that though is the interlude half a minute in, as at first I was confused whether it was the drop or not. Fortunately, this guy's signature hard as heck beat, as well as the chord progression switch up, answer that, I think. That's a variety adder and enhancement to all his other typical remarkable elements. I give this an 88 out of 100. Number 5 is Nostalgia by Siren Seal, which is Milo's 6th favorite NCS song. This is in the list for a very good reason. It just has the most dope vibes and sound design. I can tell Siren, an actual alter alias of his believe it or not, went all out with the mixing, which can feel messy and all over the place at times, yet everything still manages to tie together cohesively to create this pop. I give this an 88 out of 100. Number 3 is Something by Azidia, remixed by Ramesses B, which is Milo's 20th favorite NCS song. Now this is the most majestic of them all, no questions asked. The relaxed mood set by the background pads combined with the clever beats throughout make for a true one-of-a-kind find. Even in a remix of his, we couldn't go without a classic Ramesses B quote, "If I had to nitpick, there should have been something less casual, I guess, and that's something I do think the original did a better job of. Other than that, what's not to treasure? I give this a 93 out of 100. Yes, it's went up since the original top 200, now being my 129th favorite NCS song. And since this is the last song with commentary in this video, I'll just insert the outro here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new and enjoyed this, please consider liking the video, commenting your thoughts, and subscribing. It would help me out a lot. But for now, that's all I've got for you, so I'll see you again soon. JDC out. Number 8 is Turn It Up by PFR. Bro, why did they make their name so hard to pronounce?